This is Kathy Chase. Their social elite club and their social light club and their whole electrical crap is a bunch of shit. Excuse my language, but every year since my kids have been little, every spring, around Easter, for Easter, I have bought my kids chalk, bubbles, and kites. Ever since Amber was little, I've always bought them that, because that's what Americans do. They buy their kids chalk, bubbles, sidewalk chalk, bubbles, and kites, because that's what you do in the spring. It has nothing to do with electrocuting somebody like Benjamin Franklin, or frickin' murder chalk, or frickin' bubble popping somebody's bubble pop and bubble wrap and shipping people. You don't ship people with bubble wrap, and you don't use frickin' pacemakers to kill them either. You're crazy people. These are American traditions that a lot of people do with their kids. They buy them chalk. They buy them bubbles to blow bubbles, and they fly kites in the spring. But we don't attach keys to them and go out during lightning storms. Okay? I'm not your Ben Franklin, Ben Rice crap. Okay? I'm not your Ben Clock by the, you know. I'm not London Bridges, okay? I'm not your frickin' chalk, murder chalk. Social elite, social light, frickin' L as in loser, because you want to frickin' play chase, chastise, and Egger's Easter egg hunt. There's something wrong with you, and I'm tired of being bullied around with the stupidest things. I'm not Irish. I mean, I'm Irish, but I don't have an Irish name. There's Irish in the background. Lots of people do. Who cares? I'm mostly European, of European descent, but that doesn't mean you kill me because I have European descent. Okay? I'm American born, and I don't like you trying to slander me and say things that are not true, and people trying to undermine my rights. I don't care who you are, and I'm tired of this bullying crap. And your little stupid sideways crap. It's stupid. You take things from holidays, like the fact that I used to save up for Independence Day when I was a little girl and do chores to buy fireworks every year, because that was one of my favorite holidays, because it was fun for me. Being a tomboy when I was little, all the girls were tomboys when we were younger, and that's something that's normal. Peeping Toms, that's not so normal. And it makes you kind of sick for exploiting me in this way as a woman, and then sitting there insulting me, keeping media away, and mistreating me as a woman. I'm 38 years old. I don't have to explain nothing to you about myself, or, you know, my looks if I'm not good enough for you, and you want to play social loser, frickin' chastise with the name Chase and Easter egg hunts. You've got some mental issues, serious mental issues. You cannot own me. I'm not your bridge with your frickin' try to impregnate me and play knock her up. Take the key and lock her up with the My Fair Lady and London Bridges and Uncle Ben's Rice and Big Ben in London. Everybody knows this is what's going on. The Kennedy incident, and then presidents that have been assassinated. Ford's Theater, and you're playing this little play game, play possum, roll over, play dead because of stop, drop, and roll. That fire was very shady, as we know, and I'm tired of people using my kids as human shields. I have to watch them every second of the day, and I can't watch them all. I can't watch everything that's going on around me. I'm tired of Lincoln, Nebraska, not the government here, not doing anything to do something, because they have the power and the authority to do something, and they haven't done anything. I need a doctor, and so do my kids. We need a doctor to remove shrapnel. That's what's wrong. It's like we've been walking on frickin' near landmines, and we have all this RFID in our bodies. That's what we need, a shrapnel doctor. A doctor that would probably know how to get the stuff out. Somebody that's why they use the 4077 MASH, because there's a lot of episodes in there where they're removing shrapnel, and they use tweezers, the same as RFID is used. And they exploited me. You can't sabotage me by exploitation to say you're going to kill me now. And you can't play your little sideways crap with murder chalk and murder outlines and, you know, take me out as I'm a restaurant and or whatever with your crazy sideways stuff. Yeah, buying my kids chalk, bubbles, and kites in the spring. Everybody does that. Everybody does that. There's nothing abnormal about that. You know, so I don't know what you know, in the spring it's normal to have St. Patrick's Day. It's on the 17th, and my son was born on the 17th. And Amber is now 17 years old. Who cares? It doesn't mean you chalk up their mother to bad luck because Nick Hexum sang about it. But my name isn't Shannon, and I don't have an Irish name. So, I'm not gonna, I'm tired of Nick Hexum, you know, and your frickin' people with your frickin' leap year crap. You know, you got a frog in your throat, and you're frickin' decapitated. Well, I was always told that Queen Victoria went under the guillotine. That's what I was always told when I was a child. Guillotine. And Winston Churchill and all this other stuff, you know. Hooks. What is a hook? You know, you got hook echoes and weather or whatever. I don't know. Hook is, you know, pirates and eye patches and all that other weird stuff. And I don't know why you take so much into a pictures, and totally take the pictures and make more out of them than they were. It's just pictures, you know. I can't help it that the colors of the 70s were brown, green, orange. Those were pretty popular. So was plastic furniture. What does that have to do with anything? Plastic coat hangers? So what? Who cares? You can use metal. You can use metal coat hangers for reception on a television. That's what you're getting at with your little coat hangers crap and your RFID. Now, ever since Autumn was born, I hear more noise than I ever did before. I never heard noise other than the typical noise in which people hear when they hear TV on in the other room. The standard noise. Otherwise, I didn't hear nothing. Now they try to turn up this volume thing with the sirens. They have one of the RFIDs hooked up to a torture device for police scanners. They have a police scanner hooked up to one of my RFIDs in my body to try to get me to. They can turn the volume up and they turn the volume down to. It's like a torture. It's just like the pains they send to my body. If the government agencies are not going to do anything about these people in which want to mafia my life around and try to undermine and take my rights out from underneath my feet, then I want to leave the country, and there's nothing you can do about it. I want to leave the country and go to a country in which will help me and my children. Because you can't just suddenly come along and play this stupid little game with my life because you said you planned it or whatever. Because I didn't say you could plan my life for me. You've really got a big head to think you can go around planning other people's lives. I don't care who says what. Nobody could plan my life for me. Not Richard Chase, not my family, not anybody. Not a president. Not before your presidencies. You couldn't plan. You can't plan my life. You can't plan my children's life. You're not going to play wall games with my daughter in 15 years, autumn, because you want to do this again. Because, I don't know, you have some sick, weird ideas about things. Because then that's what I think that was the initiative with her, and that's why you want to kill her. And she's the third child. I'm the third child. Nobody owns me. It doesn't matter where I'm living or who I'm living with. You can't undermine my rights. It doesn't matter. You know, I said I wouldn't give Rob a divorce because I think his dad wants to kill me as soon as the divorce is final. Because they want to play Cole's Apartment 9, Cole Slaughter, and that has something to do with KFC. We always had KFC coleslaw and mashed potatoes and gravy, and the gravy's brown there, and your brown nosing, and your Rudolphs, and your Hitlers, and your Joseph Stalin game with social elite clubs, and you're classifying people as such as me as not being good enough. You know, your little L-cornering diversion entrapment because you're saying I'm a loser with your L, so you want to kill me. No, I don't think so. You the ones who planned this crap, not me. I didn't give you consent for it, and nobody appreciates you imposing on my life like this because you've imposed on theirs too, and I'm tired of people trying to blame me for what you've done wrong. And your stupid sideways crap, paying money that has been made off my life to undermine my life and try to undermine my rights. You can't undermine my rights. You can't pull the rug out from underneath my feet and take my rights away. No matter who. You can't. You cannot take my rights out from underneath my feet. You can't as a president. You cannot. You cannot undermine human rights. Do you understand me? You cannot do that. Nobody can do that. Nobody can remove human rights. I'm not a freaking animal, you jackasses. You're fucking stupid. You should freaking step down from freaking government if you're gonna freaking think you're gonna undermine human rights laws. You're making the United States look really, really bad. And I'm tired of being mistreated and abused and having to worry about my kids every second of the day and try to survive and play survival games with Survivor Island because you planned it that way. You planned making my life a nightmare. Why? Because you just are sick in the head. And you can't plan my life. You can't plan my fate. Nobody can plan my life. Nobody can plan my fate. You have really big egos. Lego your egos. Lego your egos. And frickin' get off your social betterness. You think you're better than everybody else. Everybody's tired of your thinking you're better than everybody else. You're not better than me, and you're not better than my children. And our lives are actually more valuable than yours, because we actually are good people. I'm actually a good person. I'm trying to raise my kids to be good people, but you're trying to instill things into them in which I would never, ever want to have my children do. Other people are teaching my teenager to be opposite of who I am and what I believe in, and to be callous and cold and do evil things for thinking that's what you do when you're famous. You go around poisoning and killing people, whoever you want, because you want to play O.J. Simpson's glove or whatever you want to do because he was a football player or whatever. You know, famous people can't get by with murder, and neither can presidents. And your sick excuses. You know, I was examining 47th Street today, High Street. There's a school bus right on 47th. As I talked about the brown houses, then there's a National Weather Service truck down the street. There's as I said, one of the neighbors has a school bus. There's Orchard Park, which is 311 something something. There's There's a citizenship place just like a block. This is all these places are within the 2 blocks of where 4701 High Street is. All these things are. There's a Burger King, there's KFC, there's, it's all within, all these little instances in the neighborhood are all within 2 blocks from here. And, you're using people's names to say you're gonna freaking monger my life and monger my life and exploit me when people never knew who I was before. And instead of helping me, you want to kill me? I don't fucking think so. I don't think so at all. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to play psychological warfare with people because you want to sit back and play stupid and ignore the fact when you're still initiating people to do me harm. At the same time, you're raking in money, and at the same time, you're initiating people to do me harm, hoping that the problem will take care of itself while you're sitting there raking in money and initiating mafia techniques and threatening people or making people feel threatened and initiating things to people through Shannon or Kim or Rob or the Chase family or whoever to say that, oh, well, we're just going to kill her at a certain time. Well, no, you can't. And cover me up? No, you can't. Because people are going to know. Everybody in town knows who I am. They're going to know. If you kill me, they're going to know it's murder because it's all over the frickin' internet. I don't care who wants me around or who doesn't want me around. It's really none of their business. You want to make this sort of sabotage to keep me from getting medical help and my children because you were the jackasses that put it in there to begin with. I offered solutions and you don't want to accept them because you're interested in death. That's all you care about. Because if I start getting stuff removed from my body, then, they can, if you don't pay people off enough, they can prosecute you as individuals for each piece of RFID in my frickin' body. And I'm tired of this. This goes on every day. My father leaves here every day. I think he talks to Shannon or Kim or Rob's family or who you're talking to. I don't know. This all goes through the grapevine of people feeling threatened because of what they've done to me and my children, and presidents initiating this sort of behavior because they're sitting back in their big old chairs, CEO chairs, saying, well, we can use scare tactics to initiate people to break laws. Even minors. You're initiating minors to break laws. And you're absurdly crazy. No, you can't just come along and make this game, because it's just a game to try to use rumor to try to undermine my rights. You can't do that. And you can't initiate other people with gangster activity to say that you can, because you can't. You can't even use my name in public. I've never seen Obama or George Bush use my name in public. You can't initiate colors to kill people. That's mafia. Do you understand that? That's not normal. That's not normal American behavior.